And welcome to Live Out Loud Podcast. Once again, we are here. That was
Is it Saturday already?
Live Out Loud Podcast.
Saturday already.
It is Saturday. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over in the other room. Good morning, Smurf.
Hi, guys.
Yay.
Yay. And we're here bringing you Live Out Loud, which is a podcast all about having fun with your life, living clean and sober, just having a good time. And we want to thank everybody for joining us today on this beautiful Saturday. We already got Terry out there. Manny's out there. My friend Bill up in New York. Bill McClinton's up there. So, welcome everybody this Saturday morning. Gary, how are you, man?
How are you, Scott? It was a very interesting week.
It's been a crazy week. We spent most of our week with Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yep.
Gary got arrested again, and we had to...
I was tased also. It was quite exciting.
Yeah. Anyway, we spent the week with Dog. We were doing some work up at the Addiction Recovery Institute of America, and Dog was out here helping to promote and started a new show with Dog. Is me and Dog doing a show called Agents of Recovery.
Agents of Recovery.
Agents of Recovery. The podcast will be coming out soon. We did some recordings and stuff. So
didn't Dog make you like a junior bounty hunter or something like that?
Yeah, actually, he made me I am deputized.
He is. He's got a little plastic bag. Plastic badge.
A bag.
Little star.
Little plastic bag from Winn-Dixie.
You cannot make a verbal mistake on this show.
You can't. You're screwed. We catch it. Now I got a little plastic badge, and I've got little, handcuffs. They got fur on them. Well, I like to get multiple uses out of things. All right. Never mind.
Can you elaborate on that?
No. I'd rather
see
not.
The pen is starting to shake a little bit.
I'd rather not.
No, maybe I'm not.
We're here without the ladies today. Tammy, she kind of let you out of the house on your own today?
Well, Tammy is at a garage sale. She stayed up last night until about 1 o'clock because we played Galuppies last night, and woke up this morning, was down in Miami at 6 a.m. for a garage sale.
You know what nobody's ever bought at a garage sale?
What's that?
A garage.
Yeah, and they're always for sale.
Nobody's ever bought a garage at a garage sale.
And nobody's ever bought a sale either.
No, you could.
You could.
You could.
Uh-huh.
I guess you could buy the garage, too. Anyway. So we had a very busy week. I DJ'd last night, and you had a gig last night at Galuppies, right?
At Galuppies, uh-huh.
Good crowd?
It didn't rain, and it was a great crowd, yeah.
Yeah, I was outside DJing, too. My party was outside. It was a pool party. So
did it overcast? Were you worried about it raining?
I was concerned for a little bit, and then it just cleared right up, and then a lot of people started coming out. And
it wasn't as hot as it usually is either.
No. See, now we're getting into the good time of the year. It's the beautiful thing about South Florida is now that it's October and getting into, when we get into November, this is when we in Florida say, oh, now it's weather we can sit by the pool.
Right, we were to get out our snow jackets.
Yeah.
Because it goes all the way down to 70, 60. Sometimes it's 60.
I know. It's beautiful. But during the day, it's usually like the low 80s or high 70s, low 80s, which is perfectly fine for sitting out by the pool. In my neighborhood, we've got our pool and our club and all that stuff. And during August, nobody's at the pool because you'd melt.
Right.
Even the water is too hot. It's just, but this time of year, while you guys up north are getting your snow shovels out and getting ready to do all that stuff, we're just getting our Speedos ready. We're
Speedos. There's a great invention.
On.
Hello, Steve Waxman.
Hello, Steve.
Steve Waxman. Yay.
And yeah. So anyway, what else is going on? You got another gig tonight?
Yes, we do. We're with Wolfpack tonight at the Cypress Creek Casino, the Coconut Creek Casino. Coconut Creek Casino. There you go.
You sure they told you the right place? You're going to show up there? They're at the other one.
I'm going to be in an empty lot. It says there's no casino here. We're going to be at the NYY Steakhouse.
NYY? What's NYY? Me?
New York
Yonkers Yankees, New York
Yankees.
Yankees, New York Yankees Steakhouse.
I think that might even be it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's right next to the restaurant. They have like a little club there, and Wolfpack will be there.
Excellent.
And probably Eldad might be there and try to get him to get up on stage and play something with us. Maybe hold the line or something.
Who?
Eldad. You remember
Oh, Eldad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tammy's watching.
Oh, good. Hi,
Tammy's
sweetheart.
watching. Get a garage for me, Tammy.
Well, she's the
I
one
don't have a
selling 'em.
garage.
No, you don't.
We don't have garages down here.
You have a carport.
I got a
So
carport.
do you have carport sales?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know?
What's the thing?
It's down here, it's yard sales.
Uh-huh.
They say garage sales, but nobody
they
has
do.
garages around here.
They do. They say yard sale. You're right.
You know, up in New York, we needed garages because we needed someplace to put the snowblower. I mean, it wasn't, nobody put their car in there. It was always snowblowers and shovels and all that, and rock salt,
Rock salt. Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, these are all things that have to do with snow if you're watching down here in Florida.
Yeah, everything to do with snow. Speaking of snow, let's talk about rehabs. Segue.
That's one of the worst, folks. One
Yeah,
of the worst.
that was probably the
segues.
worst. Listen, real quick, I just want to tell everybody, if you or someone you love is suffering with addiction, alcoholism, or even you, if you have any questions for you or for your loved one, I want you to call Karen. Karen is our addiction specialist right here at Live Out Loud Podcast. Her number, 786-514-0893. 786-514-0893. You can call her. You can be anonymous. You can simply ask questions. If you're looking to find a treatment center, if you're looking to do something.
If you know somebody who has a problem with addiction.
Yeah, maybe you need some help from an interventionist. Certainly give Karen a call, 786-514-0893. And, you know, we can't say it enough, Gary, that if you suspect there's a problem or if there's a beginning of a problem, take care of it. You can't wait,
Right.
you know, because waiting is death.
And if you also have that urge to be somebody that will help people in addiction, you can also talk to Karen about ATC.
There you go. There you go. ATC, which is
you can be an
interventionist. You want to become an interventionist, a certified event interventionist. It is a certification course that is certified through NADAC, but it's Addiction Training Center. And, you know, Karen, Gary, myself, we are trained interventionists, and we are also certified intervention trainers,
Right.
nationally certified. So we travel around. We do train people how to deal with addiction and deal with people who are suffering from addiction.
Right.
So same number, 786-514-0893. If you need help or if you'd like to get involved and help others, that's the number to call.
That's the number to call. And just call. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to lose.
And what we're talking about today, Gary.
Before we just go into
before we do that.
I just got to say, Tony Elias is on with us right now. Tony Elias is a young actor. I've seen him in movies, and he started with Little Pond Family Theater, which I started with. I was one of the directors there. So, Tony, I just want to say hello. I love what you're doing right now. You're going for the gusto, and I saw him in the first Star Trek remake movie.
What was he?
He was on the original ship that got. I don't really remember the whole
okay,
thing of the
yeah,
movie. And he was in Sulu's position. He
Was
was
he wearing a red shirt?
no, he didn't
not the
die.
red shirt.
Well,
Just
everybody on
double-checking.
that ship died that time, but I've seen
Yeah.
him in a couple of things.
Oh, okay.
So Tony, you're kicking it out.
All right.
Well done, Tony. Well done.
Excellent. I'm a Star Trek fan, so
Okay.
that's awesome.
I'm sorry to interrupt that, but I haven't seen him or talked to him in years and years and years, and I'm so glad he's
He
on.
can call in on the show.
Yes, that people can call in on this show.
People can call in. I'm going to give you the number. If you'd like to call in, say howdy, say anything. Call in and do bird calls. I mean, I'm fine with that, right? Armpit farts are acceptable as well.
Armpits farts are better than bird calls. I would like that.
Armpit farts are better than real farts. I'll tell you that too.
Well, not over the phone. Over the phone, they could be quite funny.
The number to call 954. Unless this is not smell-o-vision, guys. we don't.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
That boob tube. 954-210-5413. 954-210-5413.
5413. Give us a call if you'd like to join us on the show. What we're talking about today, this weekend, is relationships.
Relationships.
You know, and all kinds of relationships. You know, what I won't talk about,
I'm ready.
I'm going to upset so many people when I say this, though.
What
Should
you
I
won't
say
talk
it? Should I upset people or should I just be nice?
You upset people constantly. Go ahead,
Why
go
are
for
you
it.
asking?
Oh, okay. I don't know why I'm asking. I don't know.
What kind of
I thought I would be nice for a minute. Shut up, both of you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that blows that.
Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. It's out the window. People who equate owning an animal to having a kid.
That's some
Oh,
bullshit.
that's a relation. That's a relationship.
Yeah, it's not the same, though. You know, it's like I
the
talk
same.
about like raising kids and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I know what you mean," because my dog.
No, dogs don't count. It has to be cats.
No, cats don't count.
Dogs count.
Cats have like dogs have zero personality, while cats are like teenagers.
No, dogs totally have personalities, and you would see more people with baby carriages and dogs in them
You are
than you would
100%
cat.
right. I take everything I just said back.
There you go.
'Cause I
Thank
was
you very
about
much.
to say I had a smiling dog.
Now, we did have a woman in our neighborhood that did walk cats in a baby carriage. She had 2 little cats that she walked in a baby carriage. They put her away. I mean, she's gone now. I mean, she's locked up now.
Well, that's because
I
she had
miss
to
my
chain
grandma.
the cats in. She had to chain them into the.
She had to-
yeah, no, they jump out in a minute.
But listen, we have a dog. Okay, and I've had other pets. You know, I had like snails. You know, I kept those.
Oh, those
Yeah.
they take forever to play fetch.
Then I ate them. I had fish. Then I ate them.
You have very exciting pets.
No, but they're not the same. People are, oh yeah, it's like having kids. These are my kids. And it's like, well,
Well, they're not the same as.
Who
what
did
you're
you
talking
sleep
about-
with?
You're talking about fish are not, and snails are not the same as.
children. Or-
No, they're not.
But cats and dogs aren't the same as children. You can't say, well, I'm going away for the night, you know, I was going to have a good time and stuff. You know what I'll do? I'll just clean the litter box and leave a bag of food on the floor. My kids will be fine. You can't do that.
Parents don't do that.
There are laws. There are laws.
It depends on what age, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if my son is 18 years old, I know that I could leave food on the floor and he'll eat it.
In the litter box.
Bill says cats are assholes. Cats are a-holes. Cats are mean.
I totally agree.
You know,
Mine are very demanding.
cat walks in the room, looks at you, and is like, "Screw you," and then all of a sudden it just stops and looks at you. Then it runs.
It runs into but cat.
Yeah, but you know what? My kids did that too, though. They just like run through the house for no reason until they hit something.
Well, after
you know?
they looked at you.
Well, that's true.
Right. Then
Yeah.
they would. And with cats, I saw cats have this magical tongue where if it gets hurt, it gives itself a couple of licks and then it's fine. Cat, looks at you and then runs. I had a cat one time ran right into the sliding glass door. Boom. And it just went like
Sorry.
that, licked itself, and then it was fine.
Cats do. We call it doing the Fonzie. You know, they hit it, then they got to check their hair to make sure that they still look good.
Right.
All right, I'm good to go. My
Look
hair's
around,
good.
See if anybody saw, right? Mm-hmm.
We had cats and we had this dog. We named the dog Martha.
Martha, that's Paul McCartney's dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Martha, my dear. That's what the song's about.
It was about his dog?
Martha, my dear.
I had no idea that was about a
yeah.
dog. Okay. But anyway, this dog wasn't real smart, and it was huge. It was a Newfoundland and an Old English sheepdog mixed, so it was huge.
That's what Paul McCartney's dog was.
It
a
was not.
sheepdog.
Would you stop?
It was a sheepdog.
It was really?
Yep.
I guess apparently Martha is an acceptable name for sheepdog.
Had no tail, right?
Dogs.
Had no tail, right?
I don't remember.
Sheepdogs don't have tails.
Yeah, but it was a Newfoundland, so it was a mix.
Newfoundland?
Newfoundland, which is a huge dog.
A Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. What did I say? Newfoundland.
I thought that was an amusement park.
Oh my goodness! All right, so the Newfoundland,
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
damn dog.
Damn dog. Just like the.
there's something wrong with this dog. It was just a little bit slow on the uptake. All right, all right. It was kind of a special dog.
Oh, rode
It
in
was
on
kind of
a yellow
special.
bus. Okay.
You know, tongue always hanging down, scraping on the ground, huge paws, you know, just kind of lumbering. But the cats would run up and swat the dog. Dog would get up, chase him down the hallway. This huge frickin' dog. Chase him down the hallway. Cats would turn and go up the stairs. Dog would go straight into the oak door.
Well, but they do that kind of cartoon run.
Yeah.
When they
yeah.
try to.
It was
turn,
kind of like once a day you'd hear boom. And then you look at Martha's laying there on the ground, kind of like half unconscious, you know?
stars going around its head, birds, tweets.
The cats always had a good time with that. But no, it's not the same. Relationship. What we're talking about today really is more relationships, like, you know, kind of funny things we do in relationships.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
things that you also want to do in a relationship. Like with Tammy, I would do anything. You know, except for parachute out of a plane, which she's done. But there's
You wouldn't do it?
there are things. No,
If she said, let's go skydiving,
I would be on the ground taking videos of her. She's already done it.
well, why don't you do it?
Because she hasn't asked me, and that's not an invitation to ask me, sweetheart.
Tammy's listening. Tammy, I want you to take him skydiving, but I suggest you stop at the lawyers and have those papers signed first. You know, the insurance.
Because the ground won't hit me, the heart attack will.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, the guy's in the plane looking, and he says, where's my backpack, and why is the parachute still here?
I think that's what would
Sing your way out of that one, funny boy.
Funland did. That's where I am. I'm from Funland. I don't know if she asked me. She wouldn't ask me. She's a great girl. She loves me. She wouldn't.
All right, so you won't skydive for her, and she won't watch Monty Python for you. We got rules.
No,
that where the line is
she'll
drawn?
watch it. She just. I don't want her to watch it because she'll sit there with this straight face on, you know, which all of a sudden takes my mind to you.
She goes bye.
now I gotta
She
pick
goes
a
bye
side.
bye in her head, doesn't she? She just kind of.
She doesn't like Monty Python or the Stooges, Three Stooges. She watched it with a straight face and just didn't get
I
it.
can't watch Three Stooges anymore, and I can't watch Marx Brothers. I don't know why. It's like
It's very
yeah, I
slapstick.
can't.
It's a little older.
I can't. I don't like slapstick.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
at
not
a time when I was, you know, a child.
The Marx Brothers is not slapstick.
It is slapstick.
Oh no, it's not. Harpo's a genius. Groucho's a genius. They're
And they
great.
slap each other.
Stand
with
closer,
sticks.
closer, closer. If I was any closer, I'd be on the other side. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it just
Yesterday I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How we got in my pajamas, I'll never know.
and and then the guy with the didn't talk with her.
Harpo,
Harpo. Yes.
brilliant.
So there's Groucho, Harpo, Zeppo, Gummo, Dummo, Tweedledee,
Tweedledum.
No. What is it? Harpo, Harpo, Groucho,
Chico.
Chico. Not Chico.
Chico.
It's not Chico. It's Chico.
Chico. Because
If it's Chico, then it's Newfoundland.
No, it's Chico. They named him that because he liked the women. That's why it's Chico. It is Chico. I'm a Marx Brothers nut. I know the Marx
So
Brothers.
who's the last one? The one that wasn't funny?
Zeppo.
Zeppo. He was the one who was always playing the serious part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time, he wasn't even in the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we always got that one family member with absolutely no sense of humor. We're just kind of like, all right, you stand there and hold the coats.
That's because Minnie,
You know?
the mom, kept saying, "Let your brother Zeppo in the movie."
But Ma, Zeppo's a serial killer. I don't care.
Let him
He's
in the
lonely.
movie. Let him in the movie. He's over in the corner crying. They had a
He just
Broadway show
wants
called
a
Minnie's
friend.
Boys.
Called what?
Minnie's Boys. It was all about the Marx Brothers growing up.
Wow.
Some Marx Brothers are big time greats.
And then there's, Karl Marx. He didn't make many shows either.
Oh boy.
No. He didn't have very many fans either.
No,
he
not a fun guy. Not a fun guy.
But he did a lot of things with Lennon.
Who did?
Marx and Lenin.
Oh.
Okay, thank you,
I got it.
Smurf.
I
All
got
right,
it.
let's stop stalling and let's get moving.
Okay, relationships. Okay, I was saying I would do anything. Because once you actually find love and the person that
Yeah.
you just don't want to be away from, like at this moment right now, I know she's at a garage sale. I would rather her be here, sitting in that chair like she does most of the time. It gives me that sense of joy, and I have a depression problem. My whole life I've had a depression problem. I would fall into a depression. I was getting into a depression, and having her in my life, or just being there, and just the looking. Oh my, I'm getting soppy here.
I know. I'm like,
No. But it takes me out of the depression. It does. She does amazing things to me and my heart.
I feel like we just transferred over to Dr. Phil's show.
I'll tell you, she makes me a better person.
Now that is not appropriate.
Well, I used to be a real shit, and
All right.
she,
Really?
well, I just I was scared of relationships, and this is, she makes it seem natural.
Right.
She makes it seem like relationships are natural.
Now, relationships are great. And of course, you and Tammy and me, Therese, and, we've got other family and kids and different things and stuff. But you still got to have you time, too.
Yeah.
Now, I like, when I do things, they're better when Therese is there, too. It's
Right.
better. Mm-hmm. But there's things that I still do on my own. I mean, I don't make them watch football with me in the house. Nobody wants to watch football. I end up I'll go in the bedroom, I'll go in the guest room, and I'll sit and I'll watch football in there. And every once in a while, unless it's a really big game, then I get the living room.
The big TV.
I got the big TV. No,
That's
they're all
right.
big,
He
though.
gets the 32-inch.
They're all big in my house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, I think the smallest TV I have is a 42 or a 48 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they're all like 50s and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're, I'm just waiting for that day when the whole wall is a TV. Just kind of like,
Yeah.
you just
That's
snap your
called a
projector.
projector.
That's called
No, not a
men.
projector. When the actual drywall is made out of TVs.
When Ryan and I went to Infocom in Orlando a few months back, LG had these displays that were wrapping around walls.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
That's what they have like in Times Square and in Piccadilly Circus in London. They have like a TV, like a screen that goes
Does
around.
London have any idea how stupid their names are? We got New York, Times Square. What do we got in London? Piccadilly Circus. What the Piccadilly? What the hell is that? Piccadilly.
That's where they
What are you
use
having for
big
breakfast?
pickles.
Bangers and mash. Come on.
No, that's no in okay, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Bangers
it
and
is.
Mash, right.
It is bangers and mash.
And shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
Fish and chips.
Fish and
Chips are
chips.
just
Well, fish and
French
chips
fries.
is well, it all depends on how you say it. Fish and chips.
Yeah.
I'd like fish and chips in a pint.
But it's not chips. They're French fries.
I know,
guess
it's
they're
not
too close
chips.
to France.
And they're not crispy fries are meant to be crispy. That is written in the Bible.
Is it? I'd like to read your Bible. I'd like to see what else it says.
Yes. Yeah. I wrote it in there in Sharpie.
Oh, just like, well, never mind. We don't want to get political.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
Sharpie's changing the course of a hurricane.
It's relationships, but there's some things that have to remain now with Therese and I, and there's some things that have to remain like we don't cross certain lines. Like bathroom time. No.
Right.
No. There are some people that's just like, hey, we've been married for a while. Just leave the door open. No.
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 No bueno.
No.
No bueno.
No.
That is-
Poop time is private time.
That is private time.
Private time.
I mean, again, keep some mystery alive, people.
Yeah, that's right. It's got cutting toenails. That should be a private.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to trim a fingernail or do something like that, but when it comes down to the toes, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. And, Yeah, I mean, you know,
Trying to think of something else, and there is nothing else. So, I mean, you can, when it comes to urinating, some women don't like to, but urination is not pooping.
I don't like sharing
Pooping
pillows either, by the way.
What's that?
I don't like sharing pillows.
Oh, I love sharing pillows. Tammy doesn't sleep with a pillow, so every night before we go to sleep, I throw her pillow.
Whoa.
She doesn't use a pillow.
What do you mean she doesn't use a pillow?
She doesn't use a pillow. She likes to lay completely flat.
She's not on the floor, right? I mean, she's like at least on the bed. I mean,
She's on the bed. She's on the bed, but she doesn't use a pillow.
Lay on her back or on her stomach?
It depends what time of the evening. First, she starts off on her stomach, holding my thumb.
Holding your thumb.
Holding my thumb. First, she's in my arms, and then she rolls over, and I put my arm around her, and she grabs my thumb. But then she flips over on her back, and she's got this great snore. It's like this. Just like that.
She clicks.
That's it. Is it just one little,
She clicks.
when the air goes in and out, it just, that's it.
Humans, we have like this biological clock. That's what you're hearing. It's ticking. It's a clock ticking.
I didn't realize that.
Gary, have you looked for like maybe an empty pod in your house anywhere?
An empty
She
pod?
might be a pod person.
Pod person. A pee-pee.
Yeah, pod people.
Well, Teresa's very simple. She'll use like one pillow or sometimes no pillow.
But
Me?
but you won't share your pillow with her.
I buy my own pillows. They got to be, because I use like 4 pillows when I sleep. It's just me, and most of the time I sleep like partially sitting up. I know I can't lay flat.
Something weird about you.
I can't lay
every
flat and
single
sleep.
day.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Now, here's the thing. This is the weird thing. If I go in, like, let's say I just had a really long day and I got a headache or something, I want to go lay down for a minute.
Okay.
I'll lay down flat on my back, just kind of lay there with my head on like one pillow, and I'll just doze off. I'm fine. But at nighttime, I can't just go to sleep like that. I've got to have this. I got this whole thing, and I got pillows, and my pillows have to be in a certain order. There's the flatter one that is actually the longer one, the queen size pillow, and that one is on the bottom.
You sleep on a pyramid.
Then the next one is kind of that soft, fluffy pillow. That's the layer 2. And then there's another flatter one. I'm making like a pillow sandwich, all right? And then the top one is now I got this miracle pillow that is like, it keeps your head cool and everything. And that one goes, and then I kind of prop up against that. And then I'll lay on my side, but I'm propped up in the air. I know it's weird.
So, if you say to somebody you're going to lay down for a little bit, that's basically a lie.
It's basically a lie, because I'm sitting.
You're not laying down. You're sitting.
I don't know what it is. I think, I don't know.
So, in other words, you're kind of like this.
Yeah.
Your head goes back.
My head goes back a little bit. All right, I want to say hi to a few people out there. My brother Hayden is watching.
Hi, Hayden.
My brother-in-law Tom is watching.
Hey, Tom.
Michelle Ferrante up there in Syracuse. Hey, welcome. That's all family. That's watching right now.
Wow.
That's all. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about family and what we do for our family and what we don't do for our family.
Hello, David. Joe Riley, who ran sound for us last night. Thank you, Joe. Nice job.
Yes. He turned your mic off, huh? Welcome to the... Nice job.
That's when Kevin took over. Oh, got a little game for you.
You got a game.
Yeah. Usually on talk shows, you'll see people with cups like this. You never know what they're drinking. It could be alcohol, it could be coffee, it could be, just about anything. You guys think you can guess what's in my cup today? Then you'll win.
What are you going to win?
This. It's a piece of gum.
Okay.
Dude, that's like a loose piece of gum in your pocket? Oh my God. That's got lint on it and stuff.
But it's warm and soft.
Mm-hmm. I like a good
Dude, that's gross.
piece of lint.
You just put that. Do not have.
You want one?
These things come in hermetically sealed containers for a Oh my God, he just put it up his nose. I can't deal. I cannot deal.
That's going right on the gram.
I cannot deal. Now, then it got stuck, didn't it?
It did, but it was very minty.
It's Mento gum. Stop looking around for a plate. Do not put it. Oh, my God. Oh, you sick
Look, it's got a
bastard.
little green piece on it.
What about food? Do you share your food with Tammy?
Oh, constantly.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. I love the fact that I'll offer her a bite of anything that I have, anything that I'm eating, and she'll take a bite. I love it because there's a sense of sharing there. I may be just over the edge here, but with mush, but I love that. I'll just say, you want a bite, and she'll always take a bite, and it's just, for me, it's a sense of sharing.
Let me tell you.
Oh, he just looked at his watch.
Let me tell you. This
I'm getting too much here.
No, it's fine. But you've made it in a relationship when she can take food off of your plate or you can take food off of her plate without asking, and it's like totally acceptable.
Uh-huh.
Whereas before, I've been, in other relationships back, years ago, honey, where they would come near my plate and I'd be like, no.
Well, that's the jail time
Don't yeah, I know. You're going to pull back a bloody stump. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead. Reach for that pork chop. See what happens. Sometimes, this is horrible. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll order specific things, like if we go to a restaurant. If I don't feel like sharing with anybody, I'll order stuff that I know they don't like. I don't even want it, but I know I don't have to share.
Wow.
No, it's great. It's like we both drink. We love our coffee. We have a coffee bar in our house. You've been there. I built this coffee bar in our house, and we've got the different kind of coffee makers and different flavors and all that stuff. But we got all these flavors and all this big fancy stuff. We both drink our coffee like black. So I'm not sure. I guess we do that to impress the
Do you use the flavors?
Once in a great while, but almost never. Almost never.
I'm just thinking to myself, we have all these flavors, and Tammy and I just drink regular coffee. So I'm thinking, oh, great, I'll bring Scott all these flavors, but I guess not.
No, we use them once in a while. We use them once in a while. But I'll get coffee. She'll walk up and just grab my cup and take a sip. Or she'll have coffee, and I'll go up and grab her cup and take a sip. And it's like, I don't mind at all. To me, it's like perfectly normal. Other people, even my kids, they go to grab my stuff. And I'm like, no, that's mine. Don't touch it. Therese, she's got free reign to drink and eat anything that I have in front of me. Yeah, right.
Tammy does also, but she drinks her coffee without sugar, and I drink my coffee with sugar. So,
all right, we've got a call.
So we have to bring up. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hi. You knew it was me.
Listen, we like it when Terry calls in. She calls in every week. She's part of the show. Guys, feel free to call. Other people out there. The number is 954.
It's fun to talk to these guys.
Right. The number is 954-210-5413. Give us a call. Come on in.
954-210-5413.
Hi, Terry.
Terry, how you doing today?
Hello. I'm good. Just watching the rain out there, feeling like watching a scary movie and just getting into it.
Rain? It's raining?
But
up in Port St. Lucie, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were local.
Gary, you do not
long
share
distance.
with Tammy.
We were talking about that. What?
You don't share food with Tammy.
I absolutely do.
With the malt vinegar on the fish.
That's
would
her
you
not
get over the
sharing
malt
it with
vinegar
me.
thing? She's so torqued up about you not using malt vinegar. First of all, that's another thing they do in London. They think it's okay. It's not.
It is so.
It's
They
like
even give it
mayonnaise on a
Long John
hamburger?
Silver's. There's little packets of it.
Now, I don't promote drinking in any way, shape, or form because that is not what we're about. But I know one way to quit drinking is go to London because they drink warm beer, and that's just wrong too.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, that's disgusting. Have you ever had a beer that's been cold and hot and then cold again? It's like, I call it skunk beer. Ugh.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
smells like a skunk. Well, it smells like a regular Heineken that's fresh to me.
Well,
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
back in the day.
my addiction, they never got cold again.
Yeah.
And how's Tammy doing in Miami? Did she take her Spanish lesson before she went?
No.
Oh, that's
Take her,
just wrong.
How about her passport? I know she's got a passport because she went to London.
That's right.
So, they let her in Miami, I guess.
She was
are you
born.
sure
She's like a native there.
Yeah.
Went to school there.
I'm going to get a little nasty here now. I probably shouldn't, but it just made me laugh after I thought about it. Are you sure she's holding your thumb, or does she think she's holding something else?
Oh my gosh!
go
All
to
right.
sleep.
Well, thank you, Terry, for calling in.
Listen, there's not a person that wasn't thinking that. She's the only one who said it out loud.
I'm sorry, Tammy. Tammy,
My
forgive me.
thumb.
It
It was
was
my
a joke. I'm sorry. I just have a mind in the gutter, and I love it there.
I said I put my arm around her,
Well, not
and
the-
she
not
grabs
me in
my
the gutter,
thumb.
just
It
my
is
mind.
not that long.
Oh, Jesus.
right.
One more thing. When you're talking about the Marx Brothers, did you guys ever see the episode of I Love Lucy when Harpo and Lucy
Did the
like,
mirror
mimicked
thing.
each other
Yeah.
like a mirror?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was magic.
Yep.
Yes.
Harpo's great.
It was the
See,
magic
that's
of
Harpo.
television.
That's Harpo, though.
Yeah, and back in the day, I liked it. Now I don't. I just don't.
You getting
Oh,
old
man,
and
it's
grumpy.
classic.
I'm getting old and grouchy.
Old
I'm
and grumpy.
Groucho.
You're Groucho?
I'm Groucho.
He's Groucho.
Terry,
Okay, guys.
thank you so much for calling. We'll talk to you next week.
We'll talk to you next
thank
week.
you so much for being so entertaining every week. And, I'm going to say this. Hi, Tammy.
That's like her
I
sign
got
off.
it in there.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's good.
All right.
Tammy has to stay with me now, so Terry
All right.
can say goodbye.
By the way, Lance Olson says he cannot touch his wife's plate without consequences.
Oh, well, D is a badass.
Really?
Yes, D and Lance, they are, yeah. Lance, I'm telling you, I wouldn't touch D's plate either.
It's
And Lance is huge.
yeah?
Yeah, Lance is huge. He used to be a football player.
All right, so there's no hard and fast rules because for some people it's not acceptable and stuff,
What, to eat off of somebody else's
To eat
plate?
off of somebody else's plate and stuff, But I find those are the comfort things that are great about relationships. It's like sometimes you ever just been in the same room and just felt perfectly. You don't have to even talk. I mean, I'm not
Right.
saying like not talking like it's like ignoring each other, but I'm just saying like you can just sit and just be and watch a silly show or something, but it just feels good to be there with them.
Right.
You know
right.
that comfort.
Well,
I'm
you have
talking
that
about?
connection. You have that connection. It's like if you call and they say, "I was just about to text you."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And it feels silly sometimes. It happens all the time. Therese will call me or something, and I'm like, I was just thinking I was going to call you.
Or
I was just
in the middle of a text.
Yeah, or in the middle. Yeah, and it's like, it feels silly to say it because people don't believe it, but it happens all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just kind of in sync with each other.
Right. That could be it.
That's right. That's right. Our cycles are the same. That doesn't sound right. We're in sync
no,
with
I
each
see
other.
where that's
We're in
going.
sync with each
I'm
other.
glad
Never
you
mind.
said that because I would have.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, Dee just joined. She wants to hear what we're saying about her. She just joined on.
Dee,
call
We were
in.
talking about how sweet and wonderful you are.
D, when you weren't looking, Lance took something off your plate last night. So go get him.
That's right. Go get him. Go get him.
There's so many things, though. And I think sometimes we forget how important it is to nurture all of our relationships.
Right.
And I don't want to be serious. This isn't supposed to be all sappy and stuff, but I want everybody, we spend so much time in really the selfish thing is the alcoholism, drug addiction, things like that. It takes away from those relationships.
Right.
It doesn't just bar you from them. It steals from them.
Right.
You steal their hope, their trust, their faith, their love, and everything else, their comfort. You take from the kids, you take from your wife, your husband, your parents. Relationships are the best thing. That's the only thing that makes life worth living is the relationships we have with each other.
And when you have an addiction, sometimes most of the times it just rips that away.
It rips it all away.
Now, that was a good segue.
We already talked about it, so.
That was a great segue.
It was a good segue, though.
That was a great segue.
It was a good segue.
And the reason we're here is to promote the fact that you can get help if you have an addiction.
If you have an addiction and you want to ask somebody or get some help, you want to call Karen, our addiction specialist, at 786-514-0893. By the way, speaking of Karen, her granddaughter Madison is watching. Hello, Madison.
Hello,
Hope
Madison.
You're doing well.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, Teresa's out with Tara today. They're looking at college.
Oh, great.
Yeah. They're
Great.
up at...
She's like a straight A
she said
genius, isn't she?
I said, where are you going? She said, F you. So I think it's
So you don't know where she's going, right?
no. They're up at FAU. They're doing a tour today, checking out the school. Tara's looking at possible which college she wants to go to next year, and they're doing the tours. And
She can pretty much go to any college she wants.
She's a little genius.
She's a little genius.
yeah, she is. Yes, she is.
Way smarter than me.
So she's a lot of genius.
There's a lot of genius. Yeah, so, the only reason I brought up relationships today is because it's like, I got home last night, I was tired. This has been a busy week for you and I. Again, we had Dog the Bounty Hunter we were dealing with. We had a lot of things going on, work things and everything else. And we try to keep but to come home and just to have people that support you and love you and that you love and support, that's the world right there, man. All the joking around aside and everything else and bathroom jokes and all the other stuff and who sleeps with what pillow, One of the things, do you guys make a plan to make sure that you do something at least like once a week kind of deals, or do you do any of that? Or
We try to.
you haven't been together that long though. You've been
long enough to get engaged on Abbey Road.
Yeah, but I've been known to do that
Gotcha.
after 3 minutes. So no.
Well, that was in Vegas. That doesn't count.
We try to, but what we try to do is, no matter what we're doing, we try to do it together. It's kind of like a John and Yoko.
No, yeah,
thing.
we do everything together pretty much. I mean, even going to the grocery store.
Right.
That's fun. Mm-hmm. That's fun. We just enjoy it. But we make sure we get like date night. We started this thing where 2 nights a week we go out, somewhere nice and have dinner. Mm-hmm. 2 nights a week. I would go on Tuesdays. She would go on Fridays. It all worked out. Anyway.
Hey, Dee says, Gary Lance is welcome to anything on my plate as long as I'm done with it. If not, he gets another plate. Or I just get another plate.
Terry was
It's worked that way for 52 years. They're 52 years together.
52 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know the rules by now, Lance, you're screwed, buddy. 52 years. That's about the time when men learn stuff.
Right.
You're expecting us to learn stuff in the first 10 years about you? It ain't happening. Mm-hmm. Okay? Seeing as we only hear about 2% of what every woman says, guys, I'm giving away our secrets. We're stupid. What do you want? We're dumb. Mm-hmm. We're dumb.
Yeah. Tammy, remember that. Well, Tammy knows that.
Anyway.
Well,
yeah, but
we haven't had any guesses on what I'm drinking.
No. Put it out there on Facebook. What do you think Gary's got in his cup? What do you think he's drinking? And no, it's not alcohol. We're just going to get rid of that one right now.
That's right.
That's not what we're all about. I'm thinking we should do a dating show one time. We've got, how many friends you have out there that are single?
I have
You got a handful, right? Mm-hmm. We got bass players that they got to be single. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I love bass players. I love you guys. No.
And then if there is somebody that is single and you're listening to the show, there is somebody there. There's somebody out there. I mean, you will meet somebody. Don't give up hope. Don't give up. Don't give up hope.
And
I have my
don't
Give up hope.
Don't cats. Oh my god! But don't do internet dating services. By the way.
Why?
Wow.
My teacher, the guy who taught me hypnosis, he ended up marrying the lady that he met on the dating service.
Because he hypnotized her.
Oh,
Man,
okay.
I did the internet dating thing one time. It was a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
And the pictures are never right. If somebody's going to have a picture in an internet dating site, they need to be holding up today's paper. so that this wasn't for 24 years ago.
Yeah, high
right?
school graduation picture.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be holding up, or at least hold up like an iPhone XR, so at least I know it's fairly recent, okay? Hold up something so I know.
The iPhone 11.
Because I met some people that, this is not a photo of you. Yes, it was. It was before the accident. Oh, great. Before the change. No.
Yeah. There's also, on phones now, you can do a video call.
Yeah.
So if you're going to meet somebody, you can say, well, FaceTime me.
Yeah, a video call, but her lips weren't moving when she was talking. So it's something.
It was a picture going, "Hi, how are you?"
The video froze. Yeah, bite me. No, it did. I had one girl must have taken a picture with a circus mirror, because when I met her,
God.
I'm not saying there was something. Her head was huge. Her head was. All I could, she came. She seemed like a nice person, but when she sat down, all I could keep thinking is, what the hell happened to your head? It was like an orange on a toothpick,
The amount of times you've talked about this in the car.
I kept leaning in, and she thought I was interested. It was a freaking gravitational pull, man. I just couldn't help it. Oh,
A gravitational pull. Yeah, the fork.
eyebrows
and
drawn
the
on with a
spoon.
Sharpie, man. It was
The fork and the spoon kept
fork and- yeah,
circling
yeah.
around their head. Right. Okay.
We need, everybody should have, but we all have relationships, and make sure you nurture those guys.
Yep.
It could
Especially-
be your friends. It could be your kids. It could be your parents. It could be an aunt or an uncle. It could be a love interest. It could be.
There are different kinds of relationships.
Nurture these things because this is what makes life good. The reason I love doing this show, it's first of all, I love all you guys out there listening, and you guys are all awesome.
We do appreciate it.
But hanging out with Gary, like one of my best friends in the world, and some days more towards the top than others, but some days it's just like you just dropped to number 4, pal.
Like today.
Yeah, that
When
joke.
I stuck
No.
the gum up my nose.
Oh no, yeah, you're gonna have to work hard to get some stock back after that one.
Drop down 10 points.
Stock.
But guys, cherish this, and especially, life can be hard. Things aren't always easy.
Yep.
But what makes it bearable is your relationship with others and having fun.
And if you're alone, there are ways of meeting people. There are meetings. They have all kinds of associations out there. There's all kinds of ways of meeting somebody. Now, I was talking about depression earlier, and that is also part of an addiction. It's something that
Yeah.
that chemically comes on, and that could be worked on also.
Absolutely.
And we were talking to Karen about addiction. She's just a great person. She's so knowledgeable, and when it comes to the depression, I was going to say, if you have a problem with depression, then go on Live Out Loud podcast or message me or message Scott. It can be helped,
Absolutely.
There
Hey,
are
listen.
so many people that we lose over depression. There are times when I thought to myself, well, that's it. I can't go on.
Yeah.
Sitting in a corner, just looking at my house, wondering why I'm still alive. It's important to reach out to somebody, to reach out to people. And that's why I cherish my relationship so much now. I'm very lucky. Reach out for help. Okay?
Yeah.
With an addiction, with whatever the problem is, reach out.
Talk to people. Talk to people. People, talk to people. All right. Gary, well said. Listen, we've come to that time in the show again.
For Scott's Curiosities.
We've come to the time in the show for Scott's Curiosities. But again, just a reminder: make sure that you are taking advantage of every opportunity you have to build a relationship with people. And sometimes that's just the waitress or the waiter at a restaurant. To take a moment, say something kind, and share a laugh, share a moment with people. I swear it makes your day better.
Yeah.
I've walked out absolutely miserable, come across somebody who's kind of like I've had a moment with or something fun, and it's totally changed my day. And it takes very little effort to say something kind or do a kindness for another human being.
Yeah.
It takes very little effort, but the dividends the payback are so great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it just makes you feel better.
All right. Okay, now it's time for
Scott's Curiosities.
Oh my
That's the new
God.
theme song. Oh, by the way, are you curious what's in here?
All right, what's in his cup? Nothing's in his cup. He's been sipping an empty cup.
I've been sipping an empty cup.
All right.
It's great for, if you're an alcoholic, get an empty cup and just sip on that.
All right, Scott's Curiosities. Do you realize
That's where
that
the music is.
Dun dun dun! Give me something, Smurf.
Oh, don't put me on the spot.
All right, never mind.
Oh, you know what? You know another thing is I was just doing that. We, of course, talking about relationships.
Gary was doing jazz hands, guys.
Tammy is starting to get my moves down on stage.
What do you mean? She's not starting to act like you, is
No,
she?
she's just getting my moves. She's starting
Tammy,
to get my
run.
moves down.
Don't start acting
I
like
can
Gary.
see her out in the audience, and she'll. Yeah, there's a spot in the music where the music would stop, and she'll.
Yeah.
She's starting to pick up on my moves.
Gary, if you ever seen Gary perform, if you haven't, you can go on Gary's Facebook page and you'll see some of his performances. I swear, you were a magician in another life.
Oh,
You got this ta-das. You do like, all I hear in my head is
I've never heard that.
ta-da!
I've never heard that. That's a great way of saying it.
I'm waiting for a rabbit to jump out of your
Ta-da.
ass or something, you know? I mean, it's just like, that's what you got to do is you just pull a rabbit from behind your back one time when you do it, you know?
I don't know. Having a rabbit come out of my ass, that's a good trick.
There we go. All right.
Scott's
Curiosities. Do you realize deaf people have no idea why farts are so funny? They are not funny to them. All right. That one got you, right?
That one got me.
If you live to be 70 years old, you
on.
will have...
Do you know why
Why what?
farts smell?
I don't know.
So deaf people can know
Enjoy-
that there was a fart.
Yes.
So
Okay.
deaf people can enjoy them. I didn't want to say enjoy
It ain't
them.
right. All right.
You know,
you
it'd be
realize
nice for a deaf person to say, "All right, who farted?" That's why they smell. But they're not funny.
I'd
That's,
fess up to it, but they wouldn't hear me.
that's
All right.
funny. That's funny. Okay, go
If
ahead.
you live to be 70 years old, do you realize you've spent 10 years of your life on a Monday? If you are 70 years old, 10 years of your life was spent on a Monday. How depressing is that?
Well, you had 10 years on a Friday, too.
It is an absolute fact. This is especially for the guys. Nothing sucks more than being in the middle of an argument and realizing you were wrong. There's no worse feeling than that because then it's the decision. Do I keep arguing or do I acknowledge that I was wrong?
I'm used to it.
It's all right. I want to officially take back all the times that I didn't want to nap when I was a kid and get them now. Do I get a do-over on all those? Did I save them up or something? All those times when I didn't want to go take a nap? Uh-huh. I want them all back.
I think you stored him. I think you're a man's man now, and you can take back those naps.
That's right. That's right. I want to develop a new map quest that will start on step 7 so that I don't have to read how to get out of my own neighborhood. Whenever you put something in MapQuest or in Google Maps and you
Right.
say, take me here, the first thing you got to do is you got to skip the first 10 steps because it tells you how to get out of your own neighborhood. I already know that.
Yeah. Well, they don't know that. You have to be
Start from where I know I'm not. No, wait, I don't. Never mind.
okay.
All right. Do you ever get really upset that you get up in the morning, you're in a great mood, you're feeling confident, and you're dressed perfectly, and your hair's perfect, and you're just feeling good, and you go through the whole day and don't see one damn person that you know to share it with? Do you ever have a day like that? I've gone out and I'm like, damn, I look good, and I go someplace with total strangers who don't get a chance to really appreciate how good I look today.
Well, you have to look around. You have to see if anybody's giving you a double take.
Yeah, but they're not used to the fact that, hey, sometimes I look like crap. I mean, they need to see that. Never mind.
They just
All
like
right.
to watch LOL podcast.
I have decided that sweat is just human juice.
You just decide.
I have
that.
decided that from now on, we're not sweating, we're juicing. We are. It is human juice.
That's right. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't come out when you get squeezed. Like, if I go like this, you're not gonna,
Yeah, but if you hold it long enough and it gets hot, then
It does.
yes, that's right.
It's human
juice.
juice.
Just add heat.
Okay.
Take that Tang. Whatever happened to Tang anyway?
Oh, it's in space.
Tang was the best breakfast drink when I was a kid. It was healthy and everything else, and now it's like, I think it was just Kool-Aid with a cooler name. Tang. Remember
I think
that Tang?
Tang just had more of a tart taste.
Do they still sell it? Have you seen
Yeah, it's
Tang
right-
anywhere?
it's
Smurf
right-
would know because she looks for all that weird shit.
It's in the grocery store right next to Ovaltine.
Oh, okay.
I think Ovaltine's still around too. Actually.
Oh, really?
I have to go to the store tomorrow morning. I'm going to look for Tang. I'm going to see if they have some. I ain't buying it because it's garbage, but I'd rather drink human juice. I have decided there's two certainties in life. One is that we're all going to die, and two is that nobody knows how to fold a fitted sheet. Those are
That's
two
true.
absolute certainties in life.
That's true. You can try tucking it in. That there's no way of folding a fitted sheet to where it looks neat.
The
It's
only
just not-
time a fitted sheet is ever folded was when it's first made and goes in the package. After that, it never takes that shape again.
It's like a map.
I just roll it like a
You
fitted
roll-
sheet burrito.
Yeah, right.
I only wash the sheets when I know they're going right back on the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because it's like, oh, let's wash them and fold them up and put them away. I'm like, okay, we can wash them, ball them up, and hide them in the corner. I mean, but that's about the best we're going to do. Fitted sheets.
Fitted sheets.
No, I love fitted sheets because I don't like sheets that pull up. And stuff,
Right.
You know, they got to be, but they do not fold. All right, anyway, I have a theory. Scott's
Got a theory.
Curiosity has a theory.
Okay.
I have a theory that the plants of the world are farming us. They feed us oxygen and just wait for us to die to turn into mulch so they can eat us.
Wow.
Think about it.
Wow.
Plants give us oxygen, keep us alive, so that when we die, we become mulch and they get to eat us.
It's the circle of life, Gary.
The circle of life.
Wow.
Sorry, this is my gym neighbors.
That is wow. Can we talk about the fitted sheets again? That's kind of
All right.
gloomy. But it is Halloween's coming up soon.
I have.
Hello, Bill Shot. I'm
sorry, we got listeners.
Roy Stern says he came up and sang with me.
My niece Haley is out there watching. Hi, Haley. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
All right. Oh, I have made another decision. I've made a determination that the worst thing you could possibly put on the outside of a eatery or a diner is home-cooked meals. I did not leave my house to have a home-cooked meal.
Right.
If I wanted a home-cooked meal, I would have stayed in my home. It should say restaurant-cooked meal, not home-cooked meal.
All right.
Someone else cooked the damn meal.
A lazy
But no.
man's meal.
Yeah, the worst thing I want, I don't want a... hey, I spent $38 on a home-cooked meal. What are you, a moron? Go out for a home-cooked meal. It's the worst thing ever.
Well, if you don't have mom, then, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a mom's home-cooked meal, and if mom's not there, you can't.
And by the way, I have never in my life, and I don't think I ever will, go to a restaurant and get meatloaf. Meatloaf is not a meal that is meant to be purchased at a restaurant. That is a cook-at-home thing.
Well, unless it's
just
Cracker Barrel.
Never, ever. I won't
Never,
do it.
ever. Not even Cracker Barrel.
No.
Wow, you are strict.
I've got rules, brother.
You sure do.
I've got rules. I've got ethical standards that I must maintain to keep all of this Scottness.
In order to have all this.
you want this, you need all the crazy horse shit that goes with it, all right?
God,
Right.
I'm so
So,
sorry,
but why
Therese.
meatloaf? Why meatloaf?
I'm just saying, meatloaf is like the ultimate home-cooked meal.
Uh-huh.
You know? So I just, I go there and I was like, well, shit, a trained monkey can make meatloaf.
You know what meatloaf is? It's just...
It's meat cake.
It's meat cake.
That's what it is.
Well, you get ground beef and you put whatever's in your refrigerator in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you got to put eggs and breadcrumbs and this and that. There's a way to make it. Oh, you go there. By the way, anybody who puts shredded carrots in meatloaf,
Animals.
bad. Go back to wherever you came from because that ain't American.
Don't.
That ain't American.
It's all meat and bread.
It's
all
meat-
I want is meat and carb.
That's right. And then you got to smother it in gravy.
No, you use the ketchup because you can't afford gravy.
Yeah, well, ketchup, absolutely.
Oh, no.
for
Do not
meatloaf.
put ketchup on meatloaf.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, you put mayonnaise on your hamburger.
Yes, I put mayonnaise on my
Yeah,
hamburger.
and you're not from Canada.
Canada?
Canada, that's right. Quick,
All right.
quick hellos. Bill Schott. Bill Schott is on. Bill Schott
Hey,
is
Bill.
my Bible hero. And David was listening to the whole show. I mean, he's actually been on the whole show. Dane was on, and David Matthew, and okay.
All right, so
You're in here just in time for Scott's Curiosities.
let's get back to the curiosities. We just got a couple of more before we wrap up our time here.
Speaking of wrap up, Dana, she makes meatloaf wrapped in bacon.
Who does that?
Dana.
I just fell in love with Dana. That is the best.
Yeah.
When I lived up north, I used to go to the Amish country and get a pork roll wrapped in bacon, stuffed with sausage.
That's a lot of pig.
It was a heart attack, man. It was a
That's
heart
a
attack.
lot of pig.
It was a heart. You may as well just swallow Elmer's glue and put them directly in your arteries, right? I mean,
It's the fancy version of a turducken.
A what?
a turducken.
Oh, I've never had one.
You never had a turducken? A turkey stuffed with a chicken stuffed with a duck?
No.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's so foul.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That just
That was
came
well done.
right out of
That
my
was well
Thank
done.
you. Very good.
That was well done. All right, let me get back to the curiosities. We have to finish this out. I have made a decision. Every time I go to a wedding, somebody says to me, when are you going to get married? So I've decided to carry that tradition on to funerals. So when I go to a funeral, I'll turn to them and say, when are you going to die? I have decided to carry it on. You know, people are always doing that. You go to a wedding, it's like, you're next. Go to a funeral, they'll turn and say, you're next.
Yeah, right.
They're both big events.
What do you throw at a funeral?
What do you throw at
You
a
don't throw
funeral?
a bouquet, What do you throw at a funeral?
You throw the funeral wreath that's sitting on
Okay.
the coffin.
So everybody, somebody throws a funeral wreath, and everybody just goes like this.
Yeah.
If it gets hit with the horseshoe,
They don't wanna get hit.
It's like horseshoes. If it wraps around your neck, you're next.
You're next, right?
I
They
have
don't fight to
decided.
catch that one.
I have decided. I made a lot of decisions today about life.
Yeah, I see that.
I have decided to change all of my passwords to the word incorrect. So now if I don't remember and I type something in, it'll tell me your password is incorrect.
That is
The
brilliant.
computer will
That's-
always tell me.
That's today's brilliant one.
Well, now I have to change all my passwords.
That's great. I'm going to do that.
Yes, because your computer will always tell you your password is incorrect. Oh, shit, that was what it was.
And then every 6 months it'll be incorrect 1, incorrect 2, incorrect 3, because it's always making me change my password.
Is it really?
Always. I'm always changing my Google password.
I haven't changed my password in 10 years, Gary.
I don't remember my password. No, actually, I have like a couple that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but
All right.
after you use after you use them all, you go on and then you get locked out, and then passwords. That password is too weak, so you can't use that one. That one doesn't have a asterisk in it. That one doesn't have a capital letter. It doesn't have a certain amount of numbers in it.
So, the password I use has a symbol, has a symbol, has a capital letter, and a number, and it's easy to remember, and it's 8 characters. I have checked all the boxes. I hate those guys that make you put 12 characters, though. Then I just add 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, and finally,
Sorry.
my last curiosity is just a bit of advice. It's a bit of advice, folks.
Listen, folks. Listen carefully.
Always give 100% whenever you do anything. Always give 100%, except when donating blood. There we go. All right, so if you're going to donate blood, don't give 100%.
Guys, keep an eye out for the Book of Curiosities. I'm telling you, it's
so
gonna
now
be
we're
a
gonna
book soon.
now we're gonna do something based on your response and Smurf's response. We're gonna pick the best curiosity of the day, and it sounds like it's either that deaf people
Oh, yeah,
have
go
no
through 'em
idea.
again, then.
Deaf people have no idea why farts are funny,
That's pretty good.
or sweat is human juice,
That's pretty good.
Human juice.
or or tell people at funerals you're next. Which one is the number is our favorite of the day?
Everybody vote down in the comments.
I don't know. They're pretty good. I would say I'm a fart guy, so I like the fart one.
Trust me, we're locked in this room. I can tell you that's the truth. You think my eyes are watering because he's telling a sad story? Holy cow.
I was so mushed today.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but you'd knock a buzzard off a shit wagon. You know what I'm saying? Wow. No, I'm kidding.
I think the fart one was kind of funny.
Smurf, what do you vote?
Human juice.
Human juice. Going with human juice. So I'll tie those two.
What do you like? Which one was your favorite?
The funeral thing.
The funeral
I like
thing.
that. So we all got our own little favorites.
Yeah, we need votes down in the comments.
But I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
We have done close to 40 shows.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I wasn't even paying attention.
We
Yeah,
have done
you're right.
close to 40 shows, and you have had curiosities on every show.
Yeah.
And I got to commend you on that. I mean, that takes some preparation. I mean, it does.
It's just a matter of when I hear something or I see something or I think of something, just to take a moment and kind of like make that mental picture in my mind or kind
Write
of
it down or
stick it in
or
the
put it-
vault.
that's why
Stick
he's
it in the
gone through
vault,
so many cars.
I record it in my phone. I put it on the thing, you know. I think, you know what I'm going to do next week? Next week, I'm going to do the best of.
Perfect.
Oh, the
I'm
best
going to go
of?
back and pull out my favorite curiosities from the last. How many shows have we had, Smurf? Any
I
way to
think he's
find
right
out?
with the
You
40.
saved them?
We're
Let
what?
me look it up.
She's going to look up how many shows we've had.
You saved them, or are you going to go back on?
I've got 99% of them saved.
You got to bring them in. I
Why?
want to put them in a book.
I don't want you to
Let's
put them
make
in a book.
poster.
Oh, Scott, you got to put them in a book.
What's the book going to be?
Scott's Curiosities.
That's a brilliant name. I love it. Where'd you come up with that?
I coined that phrase.
What are you going to bring to the table? I've been
gonna
doing
make it a book.
curiosities for a while. It's time for Gary to have his own segment.
Hey, listen, I put a piece of gum up my nose.
It's called Gary's Gross Outs.
Food and orifices with Gary.
I'm having a peeve.
Yeah.
This is episode 40 right now.
This is episode 40. Happy 40th, Gary.
Nice to see you.
We have been together for 40 episodes.
We've been together way before 40 episodes, but
Oh my gosh.
yeah, this is a good combo, huh? Don't you think?
This is nearly 2 days of LOL content.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something, folks. You know how they say time flies when you're having fun? Well, it flies when you're not, too. All right, so anyway.
That's known as Scott's Curiosities. Just made up like that in front of your face.
That's right. Let me do Gary's ta-da!
During your curiosities, you do a couple of you could do a couple of ta-das too.
No, I'm not a flourisher. You're a flourisher.
No, I think you get excited about it.
No, I get inflection in my voice. I get indignant.
Indignant.
I get indignant.
I don't think it's indignant. Before we go, we would like to say thank you to Marquee Music, Riding Hour Studios, which used to be the very first studio rehearsal studios that he did were right down the street from here. And then he moved it. He moved up to Nashville, and then he's a great songwriter, Keith Ridenauer. He's done a lot of. He's sold a lot of songs. He's a great musician, wonderful singer, incredible guitar player, but also Marquee Studios, which we will put on LOL podcast Facebook page so that you can get to it. But it's Marquee, Markee Rehearsal Studios. Total class act. And he also gave us 2 amplifiers to the treatment center so that people could actually play guitar, bass. We can get people up on stage to play that have never played before.
Awesome.
They're really into helping people, but they have a full studio there, Pro Tools studio. They have 7 or 8 different recording rooms. One big one for getting ready for stage shows or tours. They have major people there. Marquee Recording Studios. Look it up. Markee.
And while we're at it, I want to thank Ryan and Broadcast Beat Studios for working with us and giving us space to do this show. If you're interested in having your own podcast or doing something like that, filming a commercial, they've got this. This is the place for that. Broadcast Beat Studios. Go to broadcastbeatstudios.com. All right. With that, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Gary, it's been a pleasure, and all the other shit that goes along with being a pleasure.
Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you, man.
So nice to see you.
All
Give
right.
me a bouncy G.
I want to thank all of you for joining us. We'll be back here next week, right here on Live Out Loud Podcast. For now, I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over in the control room. You all have a great week.
Be nice to somebody.